Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. It's about 15 minutes before the opening bell, going to be less than that. Possibly the start of the trading day when this video gets posted. Go over some charts real quick. Monday. It's a Monday. It is Columbus Day. It is Indigenous People Day. It is whatever day you want to call it that's going to make you happy, because that's what it's all about these days. Can be no disappointment, especially with this market. We continue to head to new all-time record highs this morning. NASDAQ futures, S&P 500 futures, all at record highs. Actually, we're just off of it. Please, somebody give this market a participation trophy before it starts to cry. So we looked at VIX. Was melting down late in the session. Remember, we got over 10. Remember, we were up over 10% real quick on Friday before declining, doing what it's done best. We're still over, 60 away from that 884 level that we saw back in July, post-Fed, that paint job, which is going to imply, if we do hit it, which I think we will, it's going to imply more upside for this market, continuing to defy the bears or the bear, whatever. I mean, gosh, it's just amazing how long it's been going on for. And again, momentum remains to the upside. I mean, look at small caps. IWM breaking out. And I talked about this move. Remember, we declined to start 2016. That was the end of the bull market. We rallied. And then the bull market was going to end when Trump got elected, because he was calling this market a bubble back many, many moons ago. And then we launched up after the election. We went up something like 13 or 14 days in a row for the small caps. Have been consolidating and now breaking out again. What a wonderful pattern. Remember that weakness we had heading into this move? Kind of mirrored, I pointed out, mirrored the move that we had heading into the election and the worst start to the year we've had in quite a long time, and the start of 2016. So now we're breaking out. S&P 500 ETF, the spiders here, at new all-time record highs. Again, momentum isn't turning over yet. I mean, it looks like 255 plus is coming. Clearly, I mean, it's almost like Newton's law. It's like, stocks in motion will remain in motion. Why are you going to fight this? Especially when you have every central bank in the world still trying to keep asset prices well bid. Also look at the NASDAQ QQQ maintaining that support line we saw off of the election lows. Again, looks like it's breaking out here. You could draw a trend line across. We are breaking out. Looks possibly like 150 is coming in the short to medium term, which means what I've been talking about for a couple weeks with Amazon. Look at the move we had on Amazon. Now, we did break the support line. I talked about with momentum turning, but we got a buy signal now for Amazon. We're back over this trend line support. We held the possible head and shoulders pattern. Held the neckline. Hold the neck. Now we're looking for a break over 1,000 this week. Possibly new all-time record highs. It'd be an option trade to look for. I was looking last week. The 10-10s for this week were $1.10 at the lows. Remember, we're down at 9.33. The EU came out, said they were going to get back taxes on Amazon for something like $300 million. And the initial headline saw the Amazon pull back, and then suddenly robust recovery. So you could just see that kind of news is like, hey, we don't really care. Come on. The stock is heading higher. So same with Google. Look at the Google breakout. They came out with a new device to listen to every conversation that you have in your house. Only $49.99, so we can hear everything you have to talk about. Obviously, this earnings gap still has yet to be filled. And then we have this possible double top that's been sitting for quite a while. Looking less like a double top and possibly a line that's going to get broken in the short to medium term to the upside. We have a nice flag on the Book of Face. Hello, Facebook. You can see momentum, still positive momentum here. We don't have a sell signal. We get that sell signal. Look at the move we have to the downside. Long-term support here has not touched it all year long. So Facebook looking to break to the upside. I mean, a stock that's been up every single month of 2017. How about Tree? We get these beautiful patterns here, long-term pattern here on Tree, lending Tree, and look at a move to the upside. We have new all-time record highs last week for Tree, breaking out of this wedge. These are, Tree, I look at the stock and the move it's had. This could be one of those targets for those renowned short sellers who just kind of throw a negative report out there to try and get the price to fall, much like we saw with iRobot, a move out of triple digits. And also we saw it last week with Shopify. You see the move down to support here. I think Shopify is going to head back over 100, as it did briefly on Thursday and real quick on Friday. So keep an eye on some of the high flyers like Tree for one of those, Thursday, possibly Friday OPEX short reports before, right after they've loaded the boat on the puts. There was a lot of shop puts heading into the report last week. the day before. A stock now doing a similar type of wedge. NVIDIA broke out of it briefly, but looks really bullish here for a move over 200 in short to medium term. One that has already broken out and now even broke out at the flag. Remember this flag. Now looking at new all-time record highs is Baidu. You look from a long-term 10-year chart perspective. The wedge break, and continuing here for a move and break to new all-time record highs for Baidu. Baba did break briefly under 170. Nice flagging pattern up every single month of 2017. Continuing that momentum, looking for that 200 figure. And speaking of that 200 figure this morning, Netflix, $200, a break of long-term trend line resistance. Momentum is positive. Looking for a move over 200. All right, the opening bell is coming. Oh, one more stock to watch. Overstock, one stock to watch. Got some calls, $35 calls for next week. Short interest in also one of these cryptocurrency plays. So you can see a possible move up. Continuation was down over 6% on Thursday, came back on Friday, come back. And you can see this middle of 2013 resistance right at the 35 level. I think that's where it's headed here in the short to medium term. And I'm looking for a long-term trade. This could be one of those stocks that moves to $40, $45, $50, and the analysts are continually negative on it. But again, something to watch here. All right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. I'll see you in the chat room. Everyone have a great Indigenous People Columbus Day, happy day. Everyone get participation trophies today. Just a participation trophy just for being around and sucking in some oxygen today. Yes! All right, UPB. See you in the chat room. Goodbye.